Hi everyone, this is the JadeMarrisa podcast and this is episode 32. I'm here on my lonesome today, obviously, because of self-quarantine and social distancing. So I decided to make my set a little bit more informal and a little bit more homely today. So I will be talking a little bit about the coronavirus, but I don't want to load you with facts and figures and all these certain things because, it's in the news, it's in Facebook as soon as you turn Facebook on, it's in all the social media platforms that you're probably looking at right now. So what's the point of just moaning on about it, to be honest? In spite of that, I'll be shaping my podcast around the virus though. So yes, it's a pandemic and it is a very, very scary thing, but I feel that people are becoming too anxious, too scared, too worried, too stressed, and it's not the way to be because, I study psychology and there is a thing called psychoneuroimmunology, which means that your thoughts reflect your feelings, which reflect your behaviors, which reflect your immune system and all your physical and physiology. So that means that if I stress myself out too much and I believe that I'm going to be sick or I'm paranoid and all these different things, then it's likely that it might happen that I may get sick. Through all this stress, your body reacts and your immune system will drop and it's likely that you will get sick. Like if I keep thinking to myself that I have a headache, I'll end up getting a headache. There was studies done. I was reading Emotional Intelligence. I'm not sure if anyone's read that, but they discussed this in there. And there's been studies done where people have had surgery. And the people who have had this surgery, the people who were more positive about the recovery and about the whole situation, they actually recovered faster than the people who weren't mindful about it, who were more negative towards the situation. So it really shows. And again, if you keep on stressing yourself out, it's likely that you will get some type of physiological stress also. So like you'll get like stomach ache or headache or something like that. So like your immune system will drop basically. So what do we have to do? I think that the virus really is a wake-up call because it's hitting the people hard who have a lower immune system. Yes, of course, the older people can't really do much about that, but lifestyle changes for sure. Like, I think the average age is like in the 40s now or something. So, how's your lifestyle been? Like, what are you doing on your daily basis? What are you doing on your weekly basis? How is your sleeping routine, your exercise, your diet, all these things? Like it really, really shows now. And if you're a smoker, like, I'm sorry, but it's going to be tough for you if you catch this virus. So yeah, it's a wake up call. I'm constantly trying to push the topic of being healthy. I think it's extremely important. And I think the people who have actually found like good health and know how to look after themselves, they feel the more physical endorphins and mental endorphins as well. Like they feel so much better mentally and physically. Like it really shows, to be honest. Like the confidence is much more and you just feel more of a vibrant person. So, yes, a wake up call. Like people are, these days, they're overindulging in everything. I'm not going to try and push any certain type of diet. The best type of diet really would be to not overeat, to not overindulge. Yes, we can eat meat, but not too much. Like I don't need to have 2 steaks in a day. I don't need to have a extra large burger or something. Like you eat, well, they say that the meat size portion should be the size of your palm. So eat what's good for you, eat enough, but don't overindulge. And that's what the world is doing right now. And it's going to show because these people who've been overindulging in things, they're going to have health problems. And that is for sure. Like, they say there's been a lot of deaths in Italy because of the aging population. A also Iran, they smoke a lot there. And in America, I mean, a lot of people are obese, have high blood pressure, have diabetes, have all these underlying diseases as it is. So if you have these issues, do you really expect that your body can fight off a virus like this? Again, a wake-up call, like, exercise, like, stop being lazy and exercise and eat healthy. You don't need to follow all these strict diets. Eat less. Just eat less. Eat in moderation. Listen to your body. Really, really listen to your body. Don't listen to your cravings. It's like we have a little angel on one side and a little devil on one of the shoulder. And is one of them telling you to indulge in all these things? It's the id, according to Sigmund Freud, and then against the superego, right? So you really need to listen to you. Listen to you. The middle one, which is, according to Sigmund Freud again, is the ego. This is the balance between the impulsive, like all the bad things that you want, and all the good stuff telling you, like, okay, if I go to eat healthy, I'm going to go extreme. No, don't do that. Don't go extreme. Too much of anything is not good for you. So let's just compromise, stay in the middle. We can have a balanced diet. Just don't eat too much and exercise and sleep well. Like, it's really not that difficult once you get into the routine of it. You can set yourself a goal every day, wake up every morning and set your intention for that day. Recently, I've been meditating every morning for like the past 2 weeks now. And it's really been helping me to balance my thoughts, my emotions, and get more clarity within my thoughts as well and my plans for the day. So I tell myself I'm going to let go of all my tension, let go of all my stress. I think about all the things that make me feel good and make me feel grateful. And I think that's so important, to feel grateful for something. And then I'll set my intention for the day. And I'll think about the people who I love, the people who I care about, and I try and send them positive energy. And by sharing that positive energy, I also feel like I get that back as well in my own way. So being mindful, it really, really helps. And straight after the meditation, I feel so calm. I feel really great, actually. So it's difficult because you have so many thoughts happening in your head. But as long as you're aware that that's happening and then you bring it back to your breath or bring it back to your concentration or your mantra or whatever you want to say, then that's okay. Like, meditation takes time to learn. Like, everything takes time to learn. So, yeah, as I was talking about that, like, the way we've been treating ourselves has not been good. And not just treating ourselves, but treating the world. The way we've been treating the world is not good. Like, there's pollution, there's air pollution, there's land pollution. Like, I go for my runs and there's trash all over the place. It's really disgusting. It used to be a lovely place where I used to go run, or where I do go run. And just over the years, you can see like how much the litter has collected. So the air pollution, wow. Like, Thailand right now is really bad for air pollution. In Chiang Mai, the north of Thailand, it's at a very dangerous level. But that being said, after the virus has happened, the pollution has cleared. Like, I mean, everyone's staying home. Not many people are traveling right now. There's a lot less factories and open, and a lot of the airlines have shut down for the moment. So I look outside now and the sky is blue. Like, for me, that's incredible. That's amazing. You know how long we've lived with a grey sky in Bangkok? It's been disgusting. Like, I have an air purifier in my car, one in my home. I have masks just for the pollution, for the PM, 2.5 PM or whatever. So, yeah, let's appreciate having a beautiful world. Like, the world is becoming more beautiful. And sadly, because of the virus, again, a wake-up call. Like, nature is having its time to heal itself. We've been destroying nature. We've been treating it terribly, terribly bad. And right now, yeah, imagine, like, the sky is blue, you know, trees and grass and forestation is decreased a lot, obviously. So let's hope that a lot of people learn from this and we can really start to create a better impact in the world and live a lot more meaningful and live a lot more humble and look after the planet that we're in. You know, a lot less single-use plastics. My trash at home, like, I'll always separate the food waste with the recyclable waste. A lot of people are still not doing that, and I think that we need to push that subject a lot more. Maybe encourage the children. Yeah, and another thing I want to talk about is I've really seen how the different cultures have responded to this virus. And it's very interesting, actually. Like, you'll see, okay, first of all, China, like, their government, okay, they were slow on it, but when they got on it, they were on it. You know, they cracked down and they put the whole country in lockdown and people couldn't go out. They couldn't spread the virus and it's decreased a lot. Same thing with Korea. They had drive-through COVID-19 checkups, like, amazing. They were cleaning the country like crazy, and they've really, really decreased it. Thailand, actually, they're not doing bad. I feel like we're not doing bad. People here are wearing masks, and we're enforcing masks, and I think that masks really, really save lives. Like, yes, a lot of countries are saying that we shouldn't be wearing them, and just keep them for the medical staff. And that is true. We do need to keep them for the medical staff. Medical staff do need masks. But if we're going out on the street and we wear a mask, that could also protect us. I mean, I think I was listening to the news yesterday, Sky News, and they were saying, like, yeah, if, you know, so you could keep social distancing, keep away from people, stay in homes, because when you walk past people on the street, you could even catch it then. Yes, but if both of those people were wearing masks and keeping their germs to themselves, nobody would catch it. So it is actually a useful thing to have. And okay, yes, I live in Thailand, I live in Asia, it's easier for us to access those masks, but you can actually make homemade ones. You can cover your face with like a bandana or cloth, clothes or something when you go out, and I think it's very important that you do. Again, different cultures. I mean, America, what are you doing? Sorry, but what are you doing? People are fighting for toilet roll when when you should be fighting for food. But to be honest, you shouldn't be fighting. Why are you even fighting? Like, your country is not going to run out of resources. Maybe if you stop overindulging, you won't need to wipe your ass so often anyway. But yeah, like, you know, there's a lot of farm and a lot of agriculture in America, and I think that people really need to respect each other a bit more. I mean, this is the human race, and if we're not helping each other, we're fighting each other, and that only leads to more badness, more negativity, a hell to live in, to be honest. So you see all the Americans, not all the Americans, sorry, but you see many Americans fighting each other. Not good. In England now, I think that people are respecting the authorities, and a lot of them are staying home, which is a good thing. It took a while, though. I think the schools were still open for a while, and now Boris Johnson has it, Prince Charles has it. Again, they're not wearing masks. You see them making speeches, and they're having meetings, and they're around other people in the political parties, and not one of them is wearing a mask. I mean, you look at the Prime Minister of Thailand, and he's wearing a mask. And the whole boardroom in the meeting, everyone is wearing a mask. I'm sorry, but my prime minister doesn't have the virus. So, yeah. But anyway, England, they're starting to respect it. Fine, good. And also the government is helping small business owners, which is very nice. They're going to give them, 80% of the profit they would be making per month. So that's about £2,500 per month for small business owners, which is really nice. So that is one thing about the British government, which I respect so much because, in my country, they're not doing that. I mean, we have to close our businesses and that's it. We're closed and it's up to us and how we hustle after this problem, how our business will get back on our feet. So it will be a little bit of a problem. Italy, I don't know why the strain of the virus is much stronger than other places, and it looks so sad. But I think a lot of Italians smoke, and they do have an older population as well. But I mean, bless you guys. I really wish that you guys get back on your feet fast and the virus heals. It's so sad to see some of the videos that I have been seeing in Italy. But again, talking about the cultures, I mean, look at the guys on the balconies. Everyone's singing and they're making a whole community about it. And they're really not getting dwelled up in the negativity of it. You know, they're trying to find the light. And I think that's so beautiful. So, so nice. And I've seen the same thing in Spain and around Europe. Like, the places that have culture just seem to be a lot more connected with the people. And I think it's very important, and it really, really shows you a lot. So I think that countries that don't have that really need to step up a little bit and respect your neighbor, respect the world. So what are other things that we can do now that we're at home, apart from watch Netflix and play video games? I mean, you see a lot of people now, they're challenging each other, they're doing workouts at home. But I mean, in terms of like the financial issue, which is an issue, I mean, do some planning, like plan what your next steps are, plan your goals, do some business plans or, restructure things, like plan your next step after this. Don't just sit at home and do nothing. We have a lot of time now, and now is the time to innovate and to create something new. But at the moment, it's going to be tough, and don't overindulge once again. Okay? If you're at home with your families, now is a beautiful time that you can actually spend sweet time with your family and cherish that moment and do stuff with the children and with your loved ones. And that is so nice. Like, hey, play board games, do some arts and crafts, exercise at home. There's so many things that we can do. And I think that it will make us appreciate human beings a little bit more, appreciate the people who are with us a little bit more. Like, I've been going for walks with my mom and exercising and meditating with my mom. And we have really nice time. And really, when you're together and you're bonding, it also helps decrease stress as well. So, yeah. Oh, and then again, there's home improvements that you can do, work on personal projects. If you have a garden, do some gardening if possible. Chat with your friends. There's a lot of productive things that we can do. And I think as long as we do stay productive, we're not going to lose our minds, basically. So as you can see, I've been trying to keep very, very busy myself. I have this podcast. I've been exercising a lot and making exercise videos. So if you go on to my other YouTube channel, JadeMarrisa, Marrisa with 2 R's and 1 S, and you'll see that I've been teaching Muay Thai, and I have some exercise tutorials on there as well. And I do plan to upload a lot more. So please stay tuned and look out for that, because it'll be fun. So what's the key message that we can take home here? Stop overindulging. Look after your health. It's very, very vital right now. I did one small video where I taught you how to make some very immunity boosting tea. I mean, it's basically just cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and honey. You know, like put those things in your diet. And a lot of people are having garlic as well. So all these things, you know, natural things you can put in your diet right now that can help boost your immunity, boost your immune system. And with exercise as well, like you'll be on the right track. You'll be on the right track for sure. For sure. I do want to talk about one last thing. Like the other night or last night, I watched a podcast with David Icke, and he was saying something like, you know, he believes that it's more of like a conspiracy theory. The virus came out, which is a problem, and because of the problem, a lot of, you know, it's been a global crisis, right? All these small businesses have had to close down. And the ones that haven't closed down are these huge industries. And he feels like because of this, a lot of the small mums and dads businesses are going to close indefinitely. And the huge corporations are going to take over, as well as that AI might take over. And it will be like a new sort of world, a new sort of revolution. Sorry. So that's interesting. I think that everyone should watch that and maybe post your comments about that below. But it could be true. It could be true. So that's why right now our time is vital, that we need to look after our health and plan our next step in terms of business, in terms of our life, in terms of our family, in terms of our health. Now is our time to not let that happen. And it's up to you. Okay. So that's it for now. Thank you everyone for listening to my podcast. Sawadee ka.